to discuss the implications of President Trump's executive order to stop all foreign funding from USA government. But for us, we are first of all doctors, we are health workers, and we sit on the health committee. We are seeing as if government is taking this issue as if it is business as usual, but it is not. Yesterday, because of this executive order, all the people who work as implementing partners of USAID were stopped from work abruptly. And this is a number of 40,000 Ugandans who have lost jobs abruptly. You cannot lose 40,000 jobs abruptly, and these people have families, these people have loans, these people are in fees time, they are going to pay school fees, and it is business as usual. In my view, as we talk now, if that happened in the serious government, there would be an immediate cabinet meeting, there would be a special sitting of parliament to know the implications of this order. Secondly, apart from people losing jobs who have been working as implementing partners, yesterday all activities were stopped. And you know, US government funds like 90% of the money that buys ARVs in Uganda. That means if you stop all the activities, it means you cannot transport them. The people who have been issuing out ARVs cannot do the work. The people who have been doing counseling and testing cannot do the work. At the same time, of course, we have also diagnostics. The people who have been working in the labs cannot work because there are no activities. So this one has impacted not only on the people who have lost jobs, but on the 1.3 million Ugandans who are taking ARVs. Government has not come up to now to give a plan to tell us exactly what they intend to do.
Executive order of President Trump has already been translated. It has already been translated into action by laying off of all experts in the field of HIV and AIDS. All those experts, doctors, nurses, dispensers, name them, all of them have been directed to hand over their offices and go back home. No pay, no salaries, no nothing. But the implication of this is about the people who are going to suffer because of the cutoff of essential medicines that can keep their livelihood. We are talking about a setback in malaria. We are talking about a setback in funding TB, tuberculosis, fighting against tuberculosis. We are talking about a setback in fighting against HIV and AIDS. All those are setbacks. And these setbacks are going to impact negatively on the fight against HIV and AIDS. Look, 320,000 jobs are online already, having been suspended for 3 months. And a review period is going to ensure to see if at all they will be employed again. And it is very unlikely with the America First policy that these people are going to be considered again. Funding the health sector. These are the areas which our Shadow Minister for Health has already been telling government to fund the health sector to a tune of 15% of our national budget. Sure. It has never been done. According to the Abuja Declaration, it has never been done. We have not been funding the healthcare and depending on international agencies, humanitarian agencies, in order to keep our budget afloat, to keep our patients on medicine, and to employ our health experts in many hospitals and centers which treat these diseases.
Of the executive order that President Trump took, that was to the effect of immediately freezing the activities of USAID and the implementing partners in Uganda. USAID has been managing our health in the aspect of HIV, TB, malaria, to mention but a few. They've been doing almost everything, buying the medicine, taking care of the distribution of that medicine. Now, the activities that are being done by the implementing partners are being frozen immediately. So the implementing partners are no longer going to distribute medicine. If you're to pick HIV, for example, we are at a risk of drug resistance. If the patients miss a number of doses, it may not be so many. For some drugs, it's about 2 to 3 doses. If they miss a number of doses, that particular line of treatment becomes useless. It will be as good as food. You swallow, but it has no impact on the virus. So for that, you have to be switched to a second line of treatment, which in many cases is expensive, and for some people, it may not even be available because they may be on the last resort. So this calls for immediate action. We are in a dire state. We call upon the minister, first and foremost, to take this matter as a serious matter. There should be a cabinet meeting raised immediately. They should come to Parliament so that they get our support, which should also be instant. Diplomatic dialogue should be done instantly. There should be talks between the ambassador, between the government of United States and Uganda. There should be an immediate intervention. It never happened to be that all this will be immediate, but we've received the calls from implementing partners that they've been ordered to close offices. The accounts which manage their operations have been frozen. There is nothing that they can do, and they've gone on to lay off the workers. We've already been losing over 30 Ugandans a day due to malaria, mostly children under the age of 5 and pregnant mothers. What will it then be when we are under this sudden freeze? So we call upon all stakeholders, all important people, particularly our leaders, the president, to get into a resourceful dialogue with these people.
We have a call to action. This government needs to wake up quickly. We have been engaging the Minister for Finance in the Budget Committee. We have also been engaging the Permanent Secretary to Treasury, and they didn't have answers. They couldn't speak sensibly to Ugandans. They couldn't allay these fears simply because the government has nothing about to do. They have no action as yet. Yet this matter has dire consequences. The minister was asking me how the action of Trump would impact on Uganda. Little did he know that 320,000 jobs are online already. Already, workers who are dispensing medicine, caring for the sick, are going back home, and the Minister for Finance is unaware and has no plan. I think in the immediate effect, the President of Uganda needs to swallow his pride, go and kneel down before Trump, practically. Agenda afukamirire mwami Trump amugambe kulwa abantu ba Uganda bali ku ddagala lya TB, lya malaria ne siriimu, tusonyiwe, fe tugira tugenda mu maaso.